Yousei is recommended for individuals 13 and up for depictions of crime scenes and blood. Viewer discretion is advised. Alright guys, RavenSylphe here again with another episode of Yousei. We just ended a long streak. I didn't really take much of a break though, and we're back into it. I actually looked up on the site to see what kind of endings I'm looking forward to, since the last one you had to get the other two endings before you could get the true end. This one actually has 4 endings, so I guess they're all dependent on keeping your trust level at high with certain people, or even, or whatever. So let's hope we don't screw up, or haven't screwed up already. Oh, let's see here. I didn't check out the phone. Grumpy Pants Sneakerski. Kid after my own heart. Okay, let's examine. Okay, examine. Aaron's bed sheets have the Western State University logo on them. Isn't that the University of Edgewater's rival school? A towel hanging off David's bed. The chair spins around easily. Hours of fun for the whole family. God, I love Kangai. He's great. He's got after my own heart. Some textbooks, long titles, and a yearbook from Western State University. Maybe he transferred over or something. Books, they all have pre-owned stickers on them. The view out the window faces away from campus. It's rather uninspiring. Okay, I guess we're done. Let's talk to him a bit. Aaron slumps over his desk, resting his head on one hand and doodling a series of spirals on his binder with the other. You look busy. He snorts derisively.
Super busy. These spirals won't draw themselves.
If they did, that would be weird. He groans and throws his pen across the room. It rolls sluggishly across the carpet before lodging itself in a pile of discarded clothing.
This is so stupid!
Stupid.
Stupid! Super stupid!
He runs his fingers through his hair furiously, as if he's trying to find something to hold on to.
Dr. Johansson! I mean...
He pounds his fists on the desk.
That was not a thing I wanted to see ever.
He pushes himself away from the desk and starts to stand up, but gives up halfway through and slumps back down in his seat again.
Didn't like that pen anyway.
He traces out the spirals on his finger, on his paper with his finger. Yes, on his finger with his paper.
How are you okay with this?
What? He clutches his camera for comfort.
You saw it, the blood, and other parts. I don't even want to be awake, but Kizaki just got up and left an hour ago.
He points at me.
And you look like you just had the best night's sleep of your life.
Really? Because I can tell you that I didn't. I could add that sleeping after death experience is usually the worst part, but it's probably best to keep that to myself. Aaron lets out a long, weary sigh.
But you're fine now.
Hardly. I guess I'm just better at hiding it.
Yeah?
I've seen a lot of junk, stuff that people like to pretend doesn't exist. I sit down in the chair opposite Aaron, and the hard part is going on with life. I mean, how can you when you see such an ugly side to humanity?
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Then you know that it's not something you're ever fine with. You just know that there's still important things to be done, so you have to stand up and keep going.
Sounds like you've got some experience in that area.
I sigh and prop my head on my hand. Well, I tried quitting once. Quitting everything, I mean. Someone very close to me didn't let me. So now I keep going. No matter what happens, I have to.
Well, whoever that person is, they have my thanks.
Oh, are you feeling better?
Sort of.
I laugh nervously. Sort of is better than nothing.
I just don't know if I can handle this much longer.
Handle what?
All the secrets. Yesterday the police said I couldn't say anything about Johansson's death. Jupiter called last night to see if I was feeling okay, and I didn't even answer the phone. I didn't know what to say to her. And now everyone knows, but we still have to pretend it was an accident.
He buries his head in his hands.
They're my friends. I can't lie to them. I wouldn't know how.
Yeah, it's asking a lot of you.
It's asking a lot of both of us.
Yeah, us. This undercover thing is annoying. I think I liked it better when I just didn't talk to anyone, ever. You know, maybe you should take it easy for a while. Rest. You don't have to be up right now, do you?
No, but...
You said you don't want to be awake right now, so don't be.
I shouldn't.
I think maybe it's best if you do. If you want to talk, I can come back later, but for now you need rest.
I guess that makes sense. Still feels super stupid. I feel like a wimp.
You should never feel like a wimp for caring about human life. It's not as if having a high tolerance for blood and guts is something to be proud of.
You might be the only person who thinks that way.
Better than no one at all. Aaron nods and stands slowly.
I guess I'll try to get some sleep then. Maybe everything will make more sense when I wake up.
Okay, sleep well. I'm going... Actually, I probably should call everybody and see what they're up to. Stop by the bell tower and check out the crime scene if you can. Naoki. Nothing. Lee May. It's very early right now. Grumpy Pants Gursky. I love that. I'm so funny. Oh, Lee May. Hey, Lee May. You okay?
Okay.
Right. Stupid question. Sorry. Lee May smiles and shakes her
Not
head.
stupid. There are not many here, so it is quiet.
Is that why you're here? There are fewer people? Lee May shakes her head.
Aki instructed me to protect Aaron.
Why?
He may come to harm.
Now that I think about it, Aaron and Naoki were the first people to find the body, but Aaron knows everyone here pretty well. He's probably the most likely to remember something to tie the killer to the scene. Naoki was right to worry about his safety. But why Lee May?
I will not allow him to be hurt.
Lee May seems to have picked up on my concern. I trust you'll keep him safe, but I'm more worried about whether or not you'll be hurt.
Why?
Because I don't want you to get hurt, obviously. Lee May's eyes grow distant.
I am a rabbit in a cage. We live only for the sake of others.
What?
Please do not worry for me.
Don't be ridiculous. Of course I'm going to worry about you. You're my friend and my teammate. We're supposed to take care of each other.
Are we friends?
You really have to ask? Of course we are. Look at the shit we've been through.
Then you are my first friend.
What? What about Aki and Naoki?
Aki says we are family.
You can be both, you know.
Then I think we are both.
And Detective Gursky?
He is not family.
She's so cute. That's Aki's influence for sure. Maybe I should leave that topic alone for now. Have you ever met Schulz?
Who?
She's the one in charge with this, work program. Aki and Detective Gursky were talking about her earlier, and I was wondering if you'd ever met her. Lee May's eyes light up with recognition.
Yes, I have seen her.
Oh, does she ever come over to the apartment or anything? Please say no.
Visits are rare. She's often busy.
Yes, I gathered as much based on her presence, apparently everywhere. Then when did you meet? Lee May holds up her hands and counting on her fingers.
We first met for my demonstration. I did not hear what she said, but I knew she was very impressed.
Demonstration?
Then again at my hearing. I did not understand her words at the time, but she was very...
Lee May frowns as if she can't quite find the words she's looking for.
On fire?
That sounds about right.
Then after Aki and Naoki took me in, we met again. She seemed happy to see me.
Whoa. Schulz happy? That's a new one.
Maybe it was relieved, as if she no longer had worry.
Wait, you knew her before Aki and Naoki? Lee May nods plainly as if I just asked the most obvious question in the world. What exactly do you mean by demonstration? And what was your hearing?
That I may not speak of.
But you just did.
I am instructed not to share my former work, and I have given you no such knowledge.
Yeah, I guess you didn't. You take things pretty literally, don't you?
Do I?
Why do you sleep in a closet anyway?
It is more safe.
More safe than what?
Sleep is vulnerability. It is foolish to be exposed.
I'm not sure I understand. Do you think you're going to be attacked while you sleep?
Do you not?
I guess I never thought about it. Great. I'm never going to sleep easy again. I don't suppose you've got room for two in that closet. Oh, God. Okay, that didn't come out right at all. Let's just pretend I didn't say that. Do you have any idea who the killer is? Lime shakes her head, but she looks disappointed. I'm guessing killing intent isn't really an emotion, huh?
Often there is anger or bitterness.
That's true. Lime's eyes are downcast. What?
All who are here harbor an anger in their hearts. Aaron is truly distressed, but he also holds anger. Jupiter is frustrated and tired. She feels as if she is alone.
Lime hesitates. It's obvious she's not sure if she should tell me what's on her mind. What are you thinking?
Aki and Naoki are angry too. Aki is angry because she feels as if she has failed. Naoki is angry because he feels he is not strong.
And what about you? Are you angry too?
I do not wish to be, but I am not sure.
So what do you think about Nathan and David?
They are
She tilts her head to the side.
humorous?
You think they're funny?
They speak in jokes.
What about the resentment you were talking about? Are they angry too?
Disappointed.
About what? They look like they're having
They
fun.
cling to discontent, even in happiness.
Great. So everyone's in a bad mood. That's reassuring. That's all I want to talk about.
Okay.
See ya. Ugh. Haha. Itch. Well, oh, that must be the dorm room and main campus. Oh, hey!
Morning, Con. How are you?
The usual, I guess.
We're going to have to tread carefully today. Now that everyone knows Johansen's dead, the killer is probably going to be on edge. Be careful, okay?
Do you really think Aaron's in danger?
You mean, why did I leave Lee May to watch over him?
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess Aaron's most likely to remember something incriminating, but...
But you don't think it warrants a 24-hour bodyguard.
It's just weird.
It's better than leaving him alone now and regretting it later. Besides, there's also the other option.
Other option?
He could be the killer. If that's the case, I don't want him running away.
Can Lee May really stop him from running away? She's kind of small.
If it came down to a fight, I'd be more worried about Aaron. But I told her to use non-lethal force, so everything should be fine.
That's the least comforting thing I've heard all day.
It's still early.
Yeah. Any idea who the killer is?
It's a little early to be asking that, don't you think? But if you want my initial impression, there's something about this whole setup that makes me feel really uncomfortable.
Beside the body smashed up by the bell in the bell tower?
No, that's basically it.
She paces back and forth.
Even if Naoki hadn't heard something wrong, the body would have been discovered fairly quickly. The bell tower is maintained pretty regularly, so whoever did this wasn't concerned about hiding the body.
Maybe they didn't plan to kill Dr. Johansen.
You think it was an accident?
Well, not exactly. Of all the planned murders I've seen, they usually fall into one or two categories. There are clean murders, like poison, and there are messy murders, like strangling or stabbing. The messy murders are ones that are very personal. Whoever is doing it wants to feel directly responsible for the death. The scene itself is very messy, but the weapon was very impersonal. You can't feel your victim die if you watch them be getting smashed by a bell. So why do it? Why would anyone choose the bell as a weapon?
Maybe it was available. The murderer didn't plan it out, but he or she jumped on the opportunity when it presented itself.
So it may have been an accident, but more likely it was a crime of opportunity. Sort of like how a normal person doesn't think about stealing cars, but if you pass one with the keys in the engine, it's tempting.
Normal people don't think about stealing cars?
Please tell me you're joking.
Sure, why not?
That's all for Map of the campus should help me find my way around. According to the plaque on the side of this bench is one of the made of recycled plastic donated by the Taste family. How generous. A rather large fountain. If there's no obvious source of water, can you call it a fountain? Dr. Johansson died here. It's off limits to the public now. There's a squirrel in the tree. It doesn't seem scared of me at all. It's also kind of fat. The library, a sign on the door says it's open 24 hours a day. No, they're built. Okay. Well, I guess let's. Well, we can't go in the bell tower, I guess. Let's go check out the biology building. Some sort of corkboard with announcements. Doesn't look like there's much traffic. Fire extinguisher. Okay. I guess let's check the main lab, see if there's anybody here. Oh, hey you! Jupiter leans against the counter, examining something in her microscope. She sighs, leans back, and presses her thumbs against the bridge of her nose. You okay?
No, not really.
What's wrong? She purses her lips.
You didn't hear? Dr. Johansson is dead.
What?
He died sometime yesterday. There are police on campus right now, asking all sorts of questions. And the bell tower has been marked as some sort of crime scene. The police are saying it was an accident, but they're behaving strangely. I don't know what to think.
It's probably just not a good idea to try and explain it without knowing all the details.
I know, but after you guys took off yesterday and Erin didn't return any of my calls, I was worried something terrible happened.
Like...
I knew you were heading to the bell tower. If you had found the body...
Oh, well,
You did?
Yeah, Erin and Kazaki saw it first, but...
So last night, you lied to me.
I'm sorry, we weren't allowed to say anything.
I suppose I should have expected that. What about Erin? Is he okay?
Well, he wasn't hurt physically, if that's what you mean.
But?
He's still kind of traumatized from what we saw.
I'm not surprised. He was always uncomfortable when we had to euthanize the animals. I should probably go check on him sometime to see how he's doing.
I think he just wants to sleep right now.
Then I'll talk to him later.
Do you know someone who would want Dr. Johansson dead?
No sé. He was always good to us and never spoke ill of anyone. Maybe it's an extremist who hates his genetic manipulation research? He could have simply been in the wrong place at the wrong time.
You're throwing out ideas, but you don't sound very convinced by any of them.
The truth is, I cannot think of anyone who didn't like him.
So you and Chance don't get along?
What makes you think that we don't get along?
Her voice oozes with sarcasm. Okay, bad question?
No, it's a fair question. Just not a pleasant thing for me to discuss.
Sorry. Forget I asked.
No, it's fine. If you stick around, you'll find out about it sooner or later. I'd rather you hear it from me instead of over the rumor train. Chance is an undergrad who was given special permission to join Dr. Johansson's team. I argued against it, but David vouched for her. She's certainly smart enough to work on the project, but she lacks emotional and mental maturity. She behaves like a child when things don't go her way, and she's manipulative.
I got that.
More than once, the girl has tried to pit members of the team against each other with gossip and lies.
Jupiter sighs heavily. How so?
Last year, Sean stepped down as head of Dr. Johansson's lab. Said his work for the school was taking up too much time. Chance told me I'd be a perfect replacement, and she encouraged me to petition Dr. Johansson for the spot.
But you got it.
I did. Then I discovered Chance told Nathan that the spot should have been his since he has seniority. She told him that if I hadn't pressured Johansson into picking me, he would have had it. I tried to smooth it over with him, but I think he's still a little bit hurt. And of course, it's gotten worse ever since I started dating David.
What?
She and David used to be together. After they broke up, David and I started seeing each other. She was so mad at him, she threw hot coffee in his face.
Oh. Ouch.
After that happened, I asked Dr. Johansson to remove her. She's destructive.
But she's still here.
Yes.
I see.
If she were willing to take her work seriously, I'd appreciate having her around. But right now, it feels more like she's trying to tear us apart. There isn't a member of this group she hasn't tried to manipulate in one way or another.
I've known people like her. Plenty. Thanks. We'll talk later.
You know where to find me.
Yep. Let's see here. What can we examine? Binder filled with scribbled notes. The handwriting is very undecipherable. What's these? I can't see these. Row of bottles filled with some liquid. They're all labeled with really long words. Microscope is probably expensive. There's nothing on the slide. There's nothing in the flask. Well, except air, I guess. Some petri dishes with sort of gel in them. Is something growing in there? Box of tissues. Not exciting. Small microscope. Nothing on it. A laptop labeled Property of University Edgewater. It looks kind of old. I guess that's everything here. I guess wait, that takes me outside! Let's see here. Back door? Where's the back door taking me? Some sort of numeric pad. You can start a security code on it, I guess. It's easily. Alarm might go off if I enter the wrong code. Better be careful. Okay. Okay. Oh. Cushions on the couch are pretty hard. No loose change here either. Chair, it doesn't look like many people have used it. That's all I can do in here? Getting exciting, okay. I guess let's get out the front door and head back out onto the main campus. I guess let's go check out the library.
Kangai, perfect timing. We need a tiebreaker.
For...
Zombies.
I'm afraid reanimated corpses aren't my area of expertise.
That's okay. We're talking weaponry anyway.
In the case of a zombie apocalypse.
We were debating whether it's better to carry a gun or a sword.
Assuming you're only allowed one weapon. Guns have a longer range, and they're deadlier.
But swords don't run out of ammo, and they're quieter.
Except you have to get within biting distance to even use a sword. Hello, infection!
So wear armor. And what are the odds you're gonna hit the head of a moving target with a gun anyway?
Pretty high if you actually practice, and sure easier than trying to cut a zombie in half.
Hey, I know how to handle a sword. I've been training for years.
With the lightsaber on your back? Not training your parade, but if there were a zombie apocalypse, you'd probably be killed by other humans long before the zombies arrive.
What?
Zombies are hardly different from pack animals. They just multiply faster. In a situation with limited resources and the threat of multiplying predators, the first thing you do is stock up resources, right?
Well, yeah.
As will every other person on Earth. Someone will probably kill you for your food and weapons before you even see a zombie.
Has anyone ever told you you're a really gloomy person?
It may have been mentioned once or twice.
Kangai! Good to see we haven't scared you away yet. I've got office hours soon. Was there something you wanted to know?
Not much, just feeling kind of weird, I guess, especially with what happened yesterday.
Oh, you heard about Dr. Johansson?
Yeah.
That's a terrible way to go. Accidentally falling off the tower like that.
That's what happened?
That's what everyone's been saying. Not like it makes any sense for him to be up there in the first place, but whatever.
You don't seem that cut up about it.
Everyone dies eventually. Feeling bad won't bring him back.
How long have you been a student here?
Maybe 3 years? I only came here for grad school. Got my BS in Steel City. Nathan's been here the longest. Technically, he's got seniority on his team, but Jupiter was a lot better with the undergrads.
David snorts and glances at Nathan's direction. Nathan flits among the students at his table, pausing once in a while to offer an exasperated sigh.
He's terrible at teaching. No patience for it. I think he expects everyone else to be like him.
How so?
He learns everything the first time around. I guess you could call him a natural. Unlike the rest of us who actually have to study.
I'm jealous already. So you and Chance used to date?
Well, aren't you, Nebby? Who told you that?
Jupiter?
Figures.
It didn't end too well.
I'm hard-pressed to think of a way hot coffee to the face is a good thing.
I don't know, dude. You kind of showed up with your new girlfriend and said, hey, we're breaking up. This is my new girlfriend. Splash. I don't see the problem. Personally. But why did you break up?
She said I wasn't being supportive enough, so she broke it off. Honestly, I think she was just looking for a reason. After I told Dr. Johansson she'd be good for his team, she suddenly seemed uninterested in me.
Ah, so she was just using you. Then why the coffee?
Well, Jupe and I went to the coffee shop where she works. Chance asked if Jupe was a replacement, and I told her she'd actually have to matter for me to need a replacement.
Mature.
Well, I never claimed to make intelligent life decisions.
So you weren't just dating Jupiter to get back at Chance?
Of course not!
Sorry, I'm not trying to be skeptical, it's just
you don't see how someone as studious as Jupe would date a slacker like me?
Well...
Listen, man, I like Jupe, so I asked her out. She said yes, so I guess that means she likes me. And I don't know if it's gonna work out or not, but I had to at least give it a shot. Haven't you met anyone like that?
Like what?
Like, you don't know if it'll be a good fit, but you know you'll regret it if you don't try.
I don't know, I guess I never thought about it.
Well, you should. You don't want to miss out on cool stuff because you're not looking for it.
Okay, that's all for
Later.
now.
Hey, just wanted to say sorry about yesterday.
Oh?
You know, the locking you up and stuff.
Don't sweat it, it's not the first time. Nathan coughs.
Oh, okay.
I get locked up all the time by strange men. It's wonderful. Right, probably shouldn't have shared that little tidbit. Did Dr. Johansson have any quarrels with anyone recently?
Not that I can think of. Why?
Just curious. I was researching him before I came and I saw that some people disagree with his research.
There will always be dissidents, especially when you're a trailblazer. But personally, I think he was a great man with great ideas. We all believed in his work. That's why we're here. Although, he and Jupiter were definitely arguing about something last week.
Oh, do you know what?
Sorry, I didn't listen in too closely. She doesn't get angry too often, but when she does, it's best to just hide.
So how long have you been a student here?
This is year 7, I think.
7 years. Ugh. There's a reason I'm going for an apprenticeship in a tattoo parlor here in town. I don't want to do 7 years.
Did the whole undergrad thing, then stuck around for the grad program as well.
Well, that's a long time to stay at the same school.
Not if you enjoy it. I don't understand why some people think they have to keep moving around or do new things.
Maybe it's for the experience?
But to what end? We can say experience all we want, but isn't it just a way to cover up how unhappy we are with our own situation?
It's not always like that. What if people just really enjoy it?
So you're a wandering sort of guy. No place to call home and all.
You could say that.
Is it because you enjoy it, or because you're not happy with anywhere you've been?
I don't know. Both? Why does it matter?
Even a ship needs a harbor to come home to when the ocean is rough. I'm not saying you have to settle down and start a family or anything, but I hope you'll be able to find a place to anchor yourself.
Aren't you and Jupiter on bad moods?
Who
Bad
told you
terms?
that?
I was just wondering. I mean, she got the job you wanted after all.
Okay, yes, I was mad that Johansson appointed her, and things were really weird for a while, but we worked it out. That's what people do.
So you're totally fine now?
I haven't seen any indication of anything to suggest otherwise.
What about Chance? Wasn't she unhappy that Jupiter got the job? I heard you were talking with her about it.
She was just being supportive. I needed to blow off some steam, and she was there for me.
You couldn't talk to David about it?
Of course not. He totally had the hots for Jupe, even back then. No way I was gonna tell him about it.
Alright, well, I'll let you get back to your students.
See you.
See here. Bunch of more notebooks with like Nathan's. Bunch of True Biology books. I think they're David's. Japanese resort. Vacation there a long time ago. Forest. Local scenery. One of the mountains from nearby. Criminal psychology. Huh. I wish I had that back in the day. Social sciences. No doubt Schulz ignores half of the content in law books here. Language books. Mostly intro courses, of course. It seems. Books on math and science. Most with uninspired covers. Technology and applied science. There's a book here about raising cows. A series of books about arts and recreation. Fun. Some sort of plastic plant. It's kind of dusting. Okay, we have hit our 30-minute mark. We're gonna go explore the lounge cafeteria area here in a bit. Well, when I get back, when we come back. So like, favorite, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.